You think about
Hold on, they was giving you a little backlash though, because they said you apologized just to get a higher payday. Did he say that? Did the Turk be like, all right, man, you better apologize for that, and if not, I'm gonna keep you back.
At the end of the day, it was kind of a miscommunication.
Okay.
And I kind of reacted quick instead of thinking about what I was doing. So with the miscommunication, I kind of, that's why I just had to, be a man and do what I had to do type shit.
And you said something else that makes a lot of sense. Who is talking to the Turk about boxing?
That's what I be saying. I feel as though, like, I ain't going to say the people around him, but I do think that a lot of people need to do their homework enough to understand what's what. And once they understand it, just like with this card, they got me the co-main event under Edgar. And Edgar my homie. I ain't going to say nothing bad about him, but I'm the biggest star on the card. Yeah. I'm the guy that's, like, people want to see. I'm in the biggest fight. I got the best resume. Like, I ain't even going to say resume because they try to trash it, but I'm the most accomplished too, so just to put me on like his undercard, it really don't make no sense.
I didn't even look at the card. I just assumed that was the main event.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know he was on the undercard.
Yeah, but I heard that it's kind of like what's happening in Times Square. They like all main events.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like kind of co-main or main.
But like even if they was main event, take me out that card. What do you think that card does? Like nobody really gonna pay attention to it. They paying attention to it because it's me.
Yeah, I mean, you're the only multi-division champion, so I hear you. I hear your argument. But as far as Turkey, I'll touch.
So that was Shakur Stevenson stating the fact that he should be the main event as the biggest star on the card and the most accomplished. Plus, he's fighting Zabeda, someone who's action-packed and is going to bring it. He's not going to try to survive, or I should say, not fight to win. Only fight to survive by going 12 rounds. While Shakur was explaining all of this, obviously he had to throw his homeboy under the bus, Edgar Berlanga. But Edgar Berlanga didn't like that at all. Edgar Berlanga said, quote, "It's crazy. I was really telling people it's double main event and two superstars on the fight card. But now, King of New York shit. Y'all going to sleep, then I will be the one to wake y'all back up with fireworks. Besides, don't shake my hand when you see me. I don't want to break your hands before the fight. You in my city, homie. Don't forget. At Shakur Stevenson." And Shakur responded by saying, quote, "Laugh out loud, Edgar. I would never beef with you in my life. I forever got too much love for you. I feel disrespected by them, not you. Your last fight, you was co-main on a card you wasn't even supposed to be on. You know how that should feel." End of the quote. Now that's facts. Edgar Berlanga last fight, he wasn't even the main event, but he's supposed to be the main event over Shakur. I don't know if this is Turkey sending a message to Shakur for dissing him even after he apologized, or I should say dissing the people that Turkey sent the message with instead of him directly. Like Shakur said, take him off the card. The card means nothing. It's not going to have any attraction or it's not going to do any type of numbers. But with Shakur on it, that changes the whole dynamic. And that's facts. He's speaking facts. That's not emotion. Shakur also said he doesn't like or he don't agree with the people that works for Turkey. They don't know anything about boxing. And that is true. Whoever Turkey hired, they clearly don't know what they're doing because they cost Turkey and the fans mega fights that we wanted to see. From Anthony Joshua versus Wilder and Ryan versus Devin Haney. They put Wilder in there against Joseph Parker, a fight that's tougher than the mega fight against Anthony Joshua. And they put Devin Haney against Ramirez, a really tough fight, instead of having him have a showcase fight coming off getting cheated. And likewise for Ryan, since he's not on PEDs, give him a light tune-up. Not someone that could beat him like Pitbull or even Rolly. We didn't think about that coming into the fight. However, they should have had thought about that as matchmakers. And not just that, the way the cards are overstacked. Like the past weekend in New York. I mean, last weekend alone, we had 5 main events on the same weekend. Bro, I couldn't even have time to catch up with all of that. And I cover boxing for a living. Imagine fans who have work the next day, or who have overtime jobs, or have a second job, or have to go see family, or they want to go out. You have to factor all of that in. Not everyone is gonna sit down and watch boxing. So to put all that in one weekend, but 2 months before that, we went dry without watching boxing, only a weekend here and there, doesn't make any sense. Last weekend alone would have covered more than a month of boxing every week. If you put Ryan on 1 week, Devin on the next week, Tio on the 3rd week, Canelo on the 4th week, and Nui on the 5th week, that's more than a month of boxing right there. But they put it all on 1 weekend, and the fans didn't even tune in to watch, majority of them, because they were too busy. Plus, they didn't even notify the fans that the Ryan, Tio, and Devin Haney fights are going to come on way earlier than usual. That should have been a priority to do that, because even I, who cover boxing, I paid for the pay-per-view fights and I still missed them, expecting them to come on like usual. Therefore, I had to watch the replay. The people that came to my gym, they ended up leaving since the fights were already over. So they just ended up seeing the results, the highlights, and called it a day. And there's so many more. I'm talking about even having Ryan the Cheater as the main event. That doesn't even make any type of sense. Or having Shakur on the undercard instead of the main event. The co-main to Edgar Berlanga. Did Edgar beat Canelo? How can you justify having Edgar, who never became a world champion, who never beaten anyone, to be the main event over Shakur? That's disrespectful in itself. I mean, Shakur is looked at like one of the 4 or 5 fabulous 4 of our time. He's a 3-division world champion. You got to put some respect on his name. It's extremely disrespectful to have Shakur as the co-main to Edgar Berlanga. If he's the co-main to Gervonta, to Crawford, then that's fine. But to Edgar Berlanga, it's the ultimate disrespect, because Edgar is nowhere near, not even 10 or 20% the fighter that Shakur is. That being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Why do you think they put Shakur as the co-main? If you're gonna troll and say Shakur is boring, he's fighting Zabeta. Who's gonna bring it? That's not gonna be boring. Even then, every time Edgar Berlanga stepped up in competition, his fights were boring. Watch all of them. The ones he couldn't knock out, even though he was supposed to knock him out, them fights were boring. Angulo fight, etc., etc., etc. Subscribe below, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.